All right, I think we're live. I'm just going to test everything. How's everyone doing tonight? If
Hi,
anyone's
friends.
on,
How's
please
my
let us
glasses
know.
glare, guys? Is it bad or is it okay? There, can you see on your end?
It's not so bad. You're doing okay.
All right, I think I found the sweet spot. I'm just gonna stay right here. Sorry, guys. Poor eyes.
Let's start over.
Happy Friday night, guys.
All right, I'm trying to log on to YouTube now to just make sure that we're actually live and streaming and everything's going up and good. So if anyone can see us, just go ahead and give us a thumbs up, give us a shout out,
Yeah,
and then I'll keep
guys.
working on that. And we'll kind of see how we're doing here.
Sorry, guys. Winging it here.
I think we're live. I'm sorry. I have to do a little bit of work, Jen. So if you want to start riffing on something while I try and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Hi, friends. I think we're live right now. I'm pretty sure we are, hopefully. Thanks for bearing with us. It's your Mystic Mages. I'm Jem. Hi, friends. I think we're live. Oh, did it work?
Yeah, so that was me testing. All right. So I think we're officially live. I think we're officially on this. If we're not, you and I are going to have a great conversation tonight. And if people are here, like all the better. But if not, that's okay.
If not, that's okay. This is round one, guys. So
So welcome. I'll do like a quick introduction here. Welcome everyone. Jem and I are super excited for you guys who do not know who we are. So this is the first time you're ever hanging out with us live. That beautiful lady over there is Jem and I'm Mary, and together we make up the Mystic Mages. We are the currently two, who knows how many will be in the future, but currently two magical misfits who are really teaching you how to lighten the fuck up a little bit in this world and just have a little bit more fun. As you can tell from our intro, we're pretty light around here. We're having a good time. We're talking to people and just talking to you guys about the new moon, this beautiful new moon, the energy that we're in Sagittarius tonight. It's a super, super fun moon. And Jem, I'm going to kind of throw it over to you to talk a little bit about kind of where the energy was, where we were, the signs, everything that was going on, and where we're moving into. So I'll let you take it away.
awesome. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. Happy new moon. This is our little kind of unofficial new moon party tonight that we're having because the energy has finally lightened the fuck up, which is what we are encouraging you all to do. So it's like this new moon is just a big breath of fresh air right now. We needed this, guys. I don't know how everybody else was doing with, like, not even me and Mary were talking about this, not even retrograde season, literally retrograde year. Like 2018
Yes.
as a whole, just like this crazy energy that was relentless. Like it was just nonstop. We were going through so many shifts and like so much heavy energy. And there's been, I mean, you guys know, I mean, as much as we try to not watch the news, we still know what's going on in our country, what's going on in our world. There's heavy energy coming at us, like from all over the place this year. And I mean, what's going on in the atmosphere has like a huge, huge, I don't know, like major part to do with that. So I don't know. At this point, I think that we're all breathing a little bit more easily. I don't know about you guys, but I got like a great night's sleep. I feel rested. I feel refreshed. I feel lighter. I don't know. This new moon in Sagittarius energy, it's a fire sign, but they're kind of like the traveling wanderer. They're like a little bit of that like hippie vibe. Like they're somebody who's pretty light and like pretty laid back. So I like that we're moving into this energy. We're out of retrograde right now. Mercury has gone direct, Venus has gone direct. Like we can breathe a little bit easier. This is a good time to, I don't know, reflect, but also to kind of like explore like our mind's eye as far as like what we really want and working on manifesting it as we move toward this full moon.
Definitely. Sagittarius to me, I always think, and I was thinking about this before when I was talking to you about getting on the call. I always think, of course, of the archer, because that's the sign for Sagittarius, but not like just any archer is this new moon. In my mind, It's the character from Robin Hood Men in Tights. Like that Archer is exactly what this moon is. It's very light and very optimistic and confident without really, it can go in different directions. So I think what really drew me into this moon and what made me think of that Archer is they're so focused. They pull back and they aim for something and they're so absolutely focused on that. And I think that's the energy that I'm really feeling is whatever you're working on, you're really, really going to catapult in this moon. Whatever intentions you're setting on this new moon, the Sagittarius energy is really going to be laser focused on that, which is fantastic as long as your mind's in the right spot. And this is why we're having our little new moon time together so we can help you lighten up. Because if you're really, really focused on negative stuff that's going on, bad careers, bad boyfriends, whatever is going on, well, that's where you're getting shot off to. That's where that energy is really, really propelling you. So you need to be light right now. You need to be happy right now. You need to be focusing on the things that you want to focus on and planning really good intentions on this new moon so that Sagittarius can really catapult you through this whole season. This is such a hectic season. And I think this is an excellent moon for this season because of that.
I agree. I'm feeling really good about this energy shift. I think this Mercury retrograde, I mean, for everybody, we all know all the issues and kind of chaos that it can sort of wreak havoc on, from communication to travel to technology. There's so many layers. Mercury retrograde is also a time when like a lot of things come up from your past, a lot of things. So this is a time, especially with the new moon, I think what's really resonating with me is, what to let go of, what, we need to kind of heal, what we need to put in the past. The new moon is like a really good time to sort of like plant seeds, that are going to work toward our full moon. So I think this is a time to kind of think about like what we're looking to achieve, but also maybe what needs to go in the meantime. And, if we've been shoving certain things down, holding on to certain baggage, this just isn't a time for that. This is a time to be light. This is a time to be free, a time to be the wanderer, and just kind of lighten up a little bit. And that way we can plant those seeds for the future to kind of, I don't know, really make sure that we're setting the right goals and not just getting caught up in the ego and whatever this world is kind of teaching us our goals should be.
Absolutely. And the new moon is all about planting seeds, but to me, it's also about a time of renewal. We've kind of gotten to the full moon, we've gotten to that point, and this new moon really helps us renew that energy. So with Sagittarius, and with everything that's going on and moving into the new year, what is it that you want to leave behind in 2018 and really renew going into the new year? Jem, I know you've been doing a ton of research on this year, next year, and the future since the Mystic Mages is having some huge things happening over these next few little years.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you've really heard how much it's about planting seeds, sowing your seeds, and harvesting. So I think that plays in so well. So I wanted you to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think for all of us, 2018 was, maybe a really productive year and maybe a really positive year on a lot of levels. But I think we sort of hit some hiccups, some little bumps in the road. There's been a lot of heavy energy over the last few years, really. I mean, this has been a little bit of a long time coming. And I think that, this year now is about to come to a close. And, I just want everyone to kind of reflect on, what have you been cultivating? What have you, been kind of putting out into the universe as far as your next steps? Yes, we want to live in the moment, but we do want to make sure that we're planning for the future that really resonates with us and that, isn't just, I don't know, what we've kind of worked up in our minds, like we want to think more from a place of heart and less from a place of ego. So I hope right now, as everybody continues to go through this holiday season, which can be super hectic and crazy and challenging on so many levels, to really kind of reflect on gratitude, how far we've come, those little baby seeds that, we have started to plant or are starting to plant. So that way in this coming year in 2019, we can really work on taking care of our little babies, like giving them what they need. So that way in 2020, we're able to really enjoy a bountiful harvest and we're actually able to enjoy the fruits of our labors and say like, I did it. Like it was long and arduous and it took a lot of hard work, but I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's like what this Sagittarius like energy is just kind of bringing in is that optimism, that hope, that idea of renewal that, it's been a long, hard road, but we're working towards something really beautiful.
Absolutely. And Jem, me and you have been going through this in real life, in like in spades, honestly. We have, we don't just talk about it, we live this. So the last moon kind of being in Gemini was really emotional. I know I've come to you a few times this in the last 2 weeks. Just, I don't know what I'm doing in life. I don't know where I'm going. I couldn't see where I was going. I was working on like a lot of emotions and I was working through a lot of things, but I couldn't see where I was going, what my next steps were, and really where I needed to focus my energy. And I feel really since this new moon and Mercury retrograde has ended and we've gotten into this new moon and we've gotten into Sagittarius, that we've gotten so much clarity. You and I have really sat down and talked. And as soon as we were able to do that, you really kind of strip away what isn't working and finding out what is working and what you truly want, and just moving into the Sagittarius season, or just this moon, just moving into that and just really using that to catapult us forward. So what other ways do you kind of see this playing out in your own real life? Because it's great to talk about the stars and the moon, but how are we actually feeling this in our own lives?
I think, there's a lot of levels right now. We have so much on our plates as far as the holiday season goes, juggling social events, time with friends and family, finances, just, it can sometimes bring out the worst sides of people. And I think
Mhm.
that this is just a time that, like, we all are sort of tiptoeing around trying to find the right balance between having all of those relationships and being able to, I don't know, be there for people and have them count on us, but also still be able to count on ourselves at the end of the day. And I think that I find myself like just wanting to be better and do better, feeling like I'm at this place. And we've had this conversation many times about how, being the age that we are and where we're at in our lives, like we're transitioning from like the maiden to more of like the mother kind of role. And just like the ways that I personally feel I'm like changing and growing and evolving. And, even when we tell stories about like the crazy things that we did in like our teenage years and our 20s, and can kind of look back on it now from like such a different perspective. And I think that I'm still like, I'm trying to find my footing a little bit. And I think like that's what I'm really kind of working on, trying to harness in myself, is like really stepping into my power, but like finding that delicate balance where, I can, be the more mature and, more level headed, responsible adult who's married and has a house and is juggling all these different things. But it doesn't mean that I have to entirely let go of my inner child either, that it's just that that's part of what makes me who I am, and part of what we all really kind of need to harness into. And I think that Sagittarius for me really is the inner child, it's optimism, it's hope, it's just that like bubbly kind of like, I don't know, butterflies in your stomach sort of feeling that like you're looking toward the future with hopeful eyes, which I
Definitely.
think I can definitely say was not always the case. There was, this life is hard, and especially when you're trying to juggle it, sometimes we veer off of our spiritual paths in life, but that's when we learn so much about ourselves too. So I think it's nice to be at a place where I can kind of look back and reflect on that and be proud of myself that I am where I am now.
And I think that the close of this year truly speaks to that on a totally different level too, as connected as it is. And that's really not letting those scars hold you back. As you said, the last couple years, they've not been easy years. Really, I mean, 17 wasn't as bad, but 13 through 17, those were really hard years for a lot of people. The economy, emotionally, spiritually, like every way there is, it's been hard. And I feel a lot of times we feel like shell shocked a little bit, or they have anxiety about it happening again. And this year is really kind of shedding those pieces and healing those pieces so that as we're getting pushed past this season into this beautiful new year of unbelievable opportunity, that we're not letting these scars hold us back. Scars really kind of translate into fears. Something happens and you get this kind of energetic scar, this blueprint of a trauma that happened, and that becomes fear as you're trying to do new things. You know, we've tried many different businesses. Jem and I are both business owners, and we've had other businesses that worked or didn't work, or projects that worked or didn't work, and we had to keep working at it and grow our businesses to what they are, and now finally have the opportunity to bring the mages to you guys. There's a lot of bumps in the road, a lot of things that happen to get here on this path, but you can't let that hit you. You can't let that hold you back from what's really, really being called inside of you.
Absolutely. I think there's been, as you said, scars and fear. It's just, I don't know, when we get into these cycles of fear that our society, I mean, just perpetuates on us, it just dumps on us on the daily. I mean, just the fact that we're so connected on our cell phones all the time, and we're on social media all the time, and we're soaking up all these energies, and, you know, we're so impressionable. And I think that there becomes this very skewed vision of how we really see ourselves and how the world sees us. And I think that then, you know, certain fears and judgments kind of come into play, where especially if you're an energetically sensitive person, sometimes it can be really challenging, especially in the beginning, to know what thoughts and emotions and feelings are yours and what you're actually picking up on in your environment. And I think that it's a delicate balance, you know? So I think that just being able to move on and come from a place of love and not fear is just so important for this time. And I don't know, I feel really refreshed and like hopeful. I mean, for us with the mages, it, you know, it's tough, you know, when we're trying to really transition from, you know, like professional careers that, and really wanting to follow our hearts and heal people and practice what we really truly know to be our calling in our hearts. it's it's a lot of change, and I think that there's like a lot of baggage that comes along with it, because we're sensitive, and, you know, we're just, I don't know, we're conditioned, we're programmed, you know, and we're trying to shed that, you know. And I think that it's exciting to feel, I don't know, to see our own personal evolution too, from like moving from more a place of ego and moving more towards a place of heart.
Absolutely. And it aligns so well with this new moon because Sagittarius is really bold and optimistic and expansive and adventurous, and restless is one of the negatives. I
Yes.
wrote a little card because this is, I've been experiencing so much, is kind of the restlessness, the excitement that's going on, and just the mind. And I know I texted the other day, I was like, oh my God, I couldn't even sleep. I was so excited.
Yes.
I'm just so excited with what's going on. But that restlessness of Sagittarius, while it's great that they're so adventurous and we're so optimistic, you have to make sure that you balance and that you find kind of peace. So this moon, quick rundown, you know, we're in a new moon, so we're planting seeds, we're setting intentions, we're renewing our energy, and it's in Sagittarius, which is optimistic and expansive and adventurous, but also needs some balance. So Jem, what are some of the ways that you balance in this moon?
Oh man, guys, I have just been meditating like it's my job. I mean, I've really been struggling lately. As Mare knows, I have been struggling to just shut off my third eye, just turn it down, like to a point, you know, I'm driving in the car, I'm trying to work, I'm trying to watch a movie, you know, and it's not time. I'm having a conversation with a client, you know, I'm like trying to keep it together in this 3D physical existence. And I'm really having to just take a lot of time for quiet reflection. My body and mind and soul are requiring a lot of meditative work right now. So, I mean, anybody who really knows me knows that I'm like a crystal hoarder, as I just pull out like a shit ton of crystals from my pocket right now. So, I mean, these babies are currently saving my life. As Mer said, you know, I love Sagittarius, guys. I am an Aquarius. Like, me and Sagittarius are like super compatible, and they are dreamy. Like, you are just brought in by their like charisma and their energy. And but they have some negative qualities too. Like Mare said, balance is the word. They can be a disruptive energy, restless for sure. They're always wanting to move forward. And sometimes I think they really kind of struggle to live in the moment and to sometimes maintain relationships. And, you know, there's a lot of layers to that chestnut for sure. So I highly recommend meditation and crystals, guys. I mean, on the reg, but especially for this new moon, you know, there's so many different directions that you can go with this new moon energy, whether it's healing that you're focusing on, whether, you know, it's kind of really just getting down to the core of thinking about what you want to manifest moving forward. There's all different crystals that you can use. Some of my favorites that I'm holding on to right now, I mean, I always have my pendulum just to be able to kind of reset the energy and just kind of refocus myself as I go. I mean, me and Mary are going to get so much more into crystals and pendulums and all that good stuff. So for those of you out there going, what is a pendulum and what is the point of it? You know, I like to just kind of think of it as playing the piano and you have the little metronome going back and forth. There's just something soothing and meditative about it that can, you know, really help you to clear out your energy. So that's what I'm going to leave you with for now. We're going to get way more into it. But that always, I have it on me at all times. I mean, as you move forward on your path of crystals or something that calls to you and you're really focused on energy work, you're going to learn that like you pretty much can't live without one of these. I know I texted Mare, I lost my first one and I almost shit myself. I didn't know what happened to it. I have yet to ever find it, guys. That's the other kind of magical thing about crystals is sometimes they just go disappearing. And we will dive way more into that. That's like, that subject has a lot of layers. We could spend a lot of time just on that. But for during this new moon, one stone that always really resonates with me, if you guys can see that pretty good, is this is my Labradorite. Don't mind my ghetto fab nail. I lost a nail today, guys. Don't judge. Jersey girl got her nails, but she lost one today. I'm still fabulous, even though I'm ghetto fabulous. But this is my Labradorite. So really nice, soothing stone. I always associate it with the moon and just goddess energy. Really good manifestation stone, really good stone for letting go, healing past hurts, and just kind of checking any baggage at the door. I've also been carrying around my angel phantom quartz. I've just been feeling like I really, you know, as I'm growing and as I said, I've been struggling to kind of like turn myself off, restless Sagittarius energy. I just feel like I could use some extra help from my angel guides. So that's really what this stone is for. There's a lot of really great stones for tuning in with angels. Angels is another thing we're gonna like really dive into because we love them, guys. What's not to love? But that's a really nice stone that helps to kind of rebalance if you're feeling afraid, if you're just feeling like, you know, you don't have the confidence that you're looking for and you like really need that extra protective help from your angel guides. That's a really good stone for kind of connecting. So good for all times. But I think just during transitions like these moons, it's really nice and kind of reassuring and refreshing to have that like extra spiritual help around you at all times. Another one, and guys, I am going to embarrass myself because I struggle to pronounce the name of this stone. Rhodochrosite. Guys, still don't know how to pronounce it. Some of them, like I may butcher. Sorry, Jersey, coming out right now. But this is a stone that, I mean, this is just such a fabulous stone for self-love, which I think, you know, we're doing so much healing right now. Like we're really trying to work on healing our heart chakras, opening them up again. I think a lot of us have put up different layers of armor kind of across our hearts in the last few years, and we're trying to shed that baggage and really like open up again. You know, it's kind of sad. We struggle to connect on so many levels, you know, as a human race, and you know, people connecting with their fellow man is like getting harder and harder to come by. So I think that that's just a really good stone, because a lot of the reason I think we're struggling to connect with others is because we're struggling to connect with ourselves. We're holding on to all this shit that just needs to fucking go, guys. It like needs to get chucked at the door. You've been holding on to it forever. It's not doing you any favors. You're never going to fit into it again. Chuck it. It's time to donate it to Goodwill. So it's out of here. So love that stone. It's just like a warm, fuzzy, like, I don't know. It's a good one. And the last one that I've been carrying around, this is my serpentine. And this is just, I don't know, there's something badass about serpentine, guys. I mean, let's be real. It's got that snake, that serpent energy about it, and it's strong, it's fierce, it's smart, it's a hunter, it can fend for itself. I think that, again, like Sagittarius, the archer, like just the hunter, like just, can nail that target, and whatever it sets its mind to, it's able to do it. And I mean, serpentine really rocks some Sagittarius energy. So those are my stones for the night for this new moon, guys.
I love them. They're such great stones. And you really kind of hit on a lot of different points that it was just happening so much in the energy. And that's the healing. I know you've been doing some intense healing sessions with some of the clients. You have been killing it. And some crazy things have been coming up because it is so much is coming out and so much healing is going on. So I want to remind you guys that it's okay to take some time to just chill the F out a little bit. Like the other night, I just curled up in a blanket and ate like a bag full of popcorn and just watched Will and Grace, the new season, for like a
Yes.
really long time because it's amazing. And it's okay to take a break. It's okay to give yourself time. Don't dwell in there for too long because that's really when kind of disconnection and depression can set in. But at least one night, give yourself just the night off to just binge a little bit on TV, relax, and find that kind of peaceful grounding balance that we don't give ourselves a lot of the time.
Absolutely. I mean, working in the beauty industry in my current full-time profession, the number one thing that I hear from ladies all day, every day is, I should do this more often. I should do this more often. I mean, ladies out there, not to hate on the men, because I love the guys too, but it's the new moon. It's all about goddess energy tonight. So I'm going to cater to the ladies a little bit on this one. Take some fucking time for yourselves, girls. Like, we spend our entire lives trying to make everybody else happy. Take care of this person, the kids, the husband, the boyfriend, the parents, the dog, the cat. We are just mothering, nurturing energies by nature. We want to please people. We want to make them feel good. We want to heal them. We want to fix them. And sometimes we lose ourselves in the process. And it's like a major issue that I know a lot of us toy with, this guilt over not doing enough and, feeling like you're being selfish by taking some me time and spending some time on self-care and just trying to strike that right balance, guys, because we can't lose ourselves. It's important. I think sometimes so many women start to feel this resentment because they're constantly taking care of everyone. They're constantly caretakers, and they give and they give and they give until their well runs dry. And we need to work on finding a happy medium. We can't run on empty anymore. We just can't do it.
It's true. And taking 3 minutes to run into the closet and shove ice cream in your mouth is not self-care. That's not the same thing as that's what you do to manage the energy, but really taking some time off. And I know it's hard for everyone to take some time off from life because everything needs your attention, but just a little bit to unplug, to unwind and connect back to kind of yourself and to unplug the mind a little bit. Your body is healing. And sometimes in that healing, it just needs space to do that. It just needs quiet and it just needs time to take care of that. And that's you just chilling out, relaxing, and not having your mind going. So if you can get an opportunity to get some healing in this month, I think it's a fantastic month. If you want Jem or I to do any on you, of course, we offer sessions through our Etsy store or on our website.
Yes.
But really any type of healing, all healing is self-healing. So taking some time for yourself will do so much for yourself. Whether it's going to church or going to meet up with some friends, whatever healing means to you, take a little bit of time this month for that. Because I think it's really, really important to really help you catapult forward into the next year in this amazing Sagittarius energy that we have going on.
Absolutely.
So Jen, you mentioned it a little bit, but I wanted to talk about the energy and our pets and our familiars because, as I think everybody knows, we are animal lovers. You have a beautiful little nugget dog and a kitty, and I have two pretty big dogs. I call them medium, but I don't think that's right.
Oh, they're the mushiest.
The mushiest. So my dogs have been and our dogs are a little older. Brutus is what? 11,
Brutus
10
is
or
10.
11?
Yeah, he just turned 10 in November. He's a Scorpio.
And then Mo would be 8, 9?
Mo is 8, and I mean Mo, I don't have an exact birth date on, so he's either a Leo or a Virgo, I suppose, probably. He could
Somewhere.
be a Cancer, but I don't think so. I mean, even though he is super mushy like Cancer, he could be.
And mine are 10 and 11, so very close to yours. My pets have been so spunky the last few days. Oh my God, are yours acting that way too?
Oh my God, Mo has been so fired up. I was cracking up. So Mo is my cat, guys. And Mo, it was just going crazy before I jumped on this video. He found one of Brutus's tennis balls. My dad got my dog Brutus this tennis ball that's a squeaky tennis ball. And my cat, I mean, he can't squeak it, but he was just going absolutely bonkers with the tennis ball. Like he just laid on it and was wrestling with it and was just, I mean, he was everywhere with it. And I mean, for the last 8 years, he's never even looked at a tennis ball, and he just was having a field day. It was adorable.
Yeah, I think like the energy of our pets and our familiars in this time is they feel that kind of excited, adventurous energy too, and they just want to have a little bit of fun. And I think it's kind of the winter seasoning is setting in, but it's a little bit nice. At least here in Colorado, it's nice right now before all the snow comes. So I don't know, everyone's just a little spunky, a little excited, a little restless. Mine hasn't been sleeping through the night, the dog. So I think that's a little bit of their restless energy too, having like little puppy nightmares when they make their little noises and stuff.
I know, I hate that. I hate when that happens. Oh, it, like hurts my heart. I know restless is the word though. They're definitely, I mean, here in New Jersey, unfortunately, it's been pretty cold. We like got like a fairly brutal dose of winter already. We've had some nice days mixed in, but right now out there it's pretty cold. So I think my dog is definitely cooped up, that, you know, he probably hasn't been outside as much as like we usually are in the nice weather. And even my cat likes to come outside too, and you know, he can't really be bothered in some of the cold. He comes in shaking his little paws and stuff. He's not about it. So I think everybody is just like, yeah, they're feeling like, I mean, it's not like a bad restless, it's not like, you know, halfway through winter cabin fever status, like stir crazy, but I think it's just like the energy of the holidays and all of these shifts. And I don't know, the energy has really just lightened up a lot. There was some kind of heavy shit going on in the atmosphere there. So I feel like we can all just kind of, I don't know, shake it off. It's Friday night. Like, just like loosen up, like hanging out with our girls
Having
and,
some fun. I think everyone
and
can have a little more fun in their lives. And oh, is
cheers,
that
bitches.
the wine that you dropped all over your carpet?
Guys, like, can we just tell you, like, it's been a battle. I was going to pull some awesome angel cards for you guys, but my spirit guides decided otherwise and decided to knock over my beautiful bottle of wine after, of course, after I poured an offering on my altar. So, you know, but afterward, just to keep me on my toes a little bit, you know, get me to lighten up a little. So it's all good. It's Friday, guys. It's time to have fun. Shake it off.
And I'm going to pull a card for us. So these are very interesting cards. These are trust your vibe cards. And I found these at like a thrift store. And I don't normally buy
Ooh.
used cards. That's not really something I'm into, but they just like super called to me. And while I don't think they're very like attractive, I think they're very good cards, which I don't know. I normally don't keep cards like this, but I like these cards a lot. I think they have a really good message, even though she's not the prettiest one in the bunch.
Hey, that's all right. That's good. That's a good lesson for us all. The more you know. Sorry, guys. 80s babies, 90s kids. If that went over your heads, guys, sorry.
If that
I'm
went over your head,
dating
you're
us.
not going to get most of us. All right, so let's see what card we have. What is the message that all of our beautiful mystic mages out there need to know for this? Oh, and while I'm shuffling, little promo here, we have a Christmas tarot card spread coming out very, very soon. I think that's already out. I'm just working on like the actual video for it. And then I have another secret coming that you don't even know about.
Ooh.
All right. So the card for this moon, the energy we're in is talk shop. Pretty, huh? So really this card is talking exactly what we're talking about. It's time to lay those plans. It's time to talk out the business points. It's time to get down to business, to talk shop with, whoever, whatever, whether it's just yourself, which you're welcome to talk to yourself, or if it's a partner, business partner, life partner, career partner, it doesn't matter who you're talking to, but it's time to get down to business. It's time to get clear on what seeds you want to plant so that you can actually have those things come to fruition.
Yeah, girl.
You got anything to say about that?
I mean, it feels right on so many levels, guys. It's time. It's time to, I don't know. I think there was all this fog. Like, I think that's probably the best way is I feel like the fog has lifted. I know that like Mary and I were both kind of struggling with gaining clarity on certain things and just, I don't know, there was just a lot of like confusion in the air for as clear as we usually are on a lot of things. There was just like kind of these overwhelming sort of emotions and energies, a lot of healing going on. I mean, I was finding myself super emotional over the last couple weeks. I mean, I had a sobbing moment at my altar during meditation. There's been some heavy like waves. It's been kind of like an ocean, I feel like, over the last couple weeks. So it feels good now to just kind of like be able to like breathe and like, I don't know, just feel clear again. So I think that now is the right time to talk shop on a lot of things in our lives.
Definitely. It's kind of like the Goonies, like right here, this is our time. Down here, this is our time. That's what
Yes,
it is. We
exactly.
worked so hard and we've done so friggin' much to get here. Like everyone watching this, you've done so friggin' much to get here. No matter where here is for you right now, it has been the accumulation of everything in your life to get here. And this is really it. This is our time. There's finally an opening. Finally, these kind of energetic things that influence our lives are kind of shifting a little bit and giving us the space to truly take it, whatever it is that we want, whatever it is that brings light to our life, whatever makes us light up with passion, whether it's knitting or baking for, fruit cakes. That's what I was thinking of, those gross fruit cakes. Sorry if
Fruit
you like to bake.
cakes.
Maybe I'll make that your light, but something else. Something people actually like.
Just what everyone wants, a fruit cake.
You remember that Pee Wee Herman episode where the Christmas one where he gets like 16 fruit cakes for Christmas?
Dude, it's on Netflix right now. I watched it the other night.
For sure.
So good. Childhood favorite.
Totally. So I think this is about a great time to wrap up our new moon class. I hope you guys super enjoyed this. We put this one out for everyone. So sometimes we do just Charmed Life members get to enjoy this. So anyone who doesn't know, Gem and I offer an amazing little monthly membership currently called the Charm Life. Might change, who cares? But it's a great $10 a month, super cheap little membership that gives so much light to your life. Just we're sharing so much more with you, so much more behind the scenes, and so much more of those little tasty nuggets. So sometimes we do these for them, but this one we want to share with everyone because we really love the energy of this moon and it just feels right. And we're trying to put ourselves out here in a bigger way and meet some more of you guys. So this is your first time talking to us, if they're first time seeing us, please, please, please leave us a comment. Let us know who you are. We're friends now.
Yeah.
Get rid of us. That's
I
it.
know. Stuck with us now, guys.
Sorry.
Oh, thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
Yes, it's been wonderful. So go ahead and leave us a message, leave us a comment, like us. All that really helps. Subscribe to our channel because we're going to be doing so much more. We're going to do a lot of lives because we love talking to you guys directly. And we don't want to do all the production of the stupid recorded videos because who has time for that? So we're going to do a lot of lives. So you'll see a lot more of our faces. So guys, it was wonderful seeing you. We love you all so much. And Jem, go ahead, say goodbye, and then I'll log us off.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. I hope that you guys enjoyed our little banter back and forth around this new moon. If anybody has any comments, questions, concerns, just fire away. We would love to talk to you guys. Also, stay tuned. 12/12 coming up next week, guys. We're going to be doing our little Witches and Wine Wednesday. So it's going to be some wine on Wednesday. So get ready for girls' night every Wednesday night, guys, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this coming Wednesday is going to be our first one ever. So if you enjoyed tonight, you should totally join us. We're going to be covering some really cool topics, and we would love to hear from you guys. So thanks for hanging out.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.